All right, I'm Renee Rosen, and my class is a little unique because I actually am going to put an online class, but this semester I'm actually piloting the SmartBook for my online class in my live class for Principles of Nutrition. So I actually asked them to pilot. I did find some advantages to doing this. First is the price. If you guys don't know, online books can be very cost effective for the students. So the one thing I'm very cognizant of is students' cost, and it's less than $100 for them to get the online book, and it saves them. Right now, I've been using this book for 3 years, the actual textbook. So going to the online book, I know it saves them anywhere from 30 to 50% if they buy the new or the used version. It also, with the online, everybody can buy the actual textbook themselves, because with online, you don't always have access to it after the class ends. They can buy the online or loose leaf version for $25. So I always highly recommend them to do this because they'll always have a textbook then for $25. You just have to buy a binder. So this is kind of what the class looks like through the Moodle site currently. They go to connect and they connect through Moodle. However, they can also connect through McGraw-Hill and just type it in. I did find some more advantages to it. One is the content. So as you can see here, I don't know if you can see this. Is it showing up there? No. All right, so the check boxes are the topics. I can select the topics that I want to have the student learn during the semester. The other thing, I can select how much content is covered. So that little scroll bar at the top that says less content to more content, I can scroll that over and say how much of the selected topics do I want them to go into depth. I can also assign points. Yes, please do assign points, otherwise the students won't do it. So assign however many points you want. This is like more of their homework for making sure they do the reading, because as we all know, students always don't do the reading they need to. So they get points for just doing the reading and doing the quizzes. And then you obviously can set the time period, because I want this done at least, I do it 3 hours before class right now, because I then can have, I'll show you in the next slide, the advantages I get. But that 35 minutes that's currently up there with that scroll bar for selecting how much content I can use only indicates the time they should take those quiz questions, not the time it takes to read do the reading that are affiliated with the question. So do keep that in mind. That's why I kind of have it in the middle, because it kind of covers most of the stuff I want, and then I can go into more depth if I need to. Some other advantage I find is the SmartBook actually highlights the topics that I check to the point that they're going to get quizzed on. So if they don't want to read everything, they can at least just read the stuff that they're going to get quizzed on. The quizzes, the students then get a quiz, which kind of looks like this. So this is while they're reading, it'll have them read part of the book, and then in the bottom corner it'll flash and say it's time for you to practice now. And they'll click on the practice, and this is what they'll get. They'll get a question about a topic. This is for fat soluble vitamins, so it's about vitamin D. And if they don't know the answer, they can also say, I know it, I think I know it, I'm unsure, no idea. No idea gives them the answer. So I can actually look at many analytics that I'll talk about in a second. But if they don't know, they can actually click on Read About This button and go back to where this is in the reading and then learn it and then go back to the question itself. So although there's many analytics I can go over, I'm only going to go over one, which is the missed questions that I actually currently use in class. Now the missed questions tells me the top 10 concepts the students didn't understand before they come to class that day. What I do in class then is 93 of my almost 200 students didn't get the health risks for low levels of vitamin D. So what I actually do is there's usually 2 to 3 questions that pertains to this concept. So in class, I'll actually go through these questions with them. And in their groups, they sit and I'll pull up the question, because some of them solved this question, some of them didn't see this question. So it actually gives me the opportunity to talk about the concept, but then other concepts there too. Disadvantages, concept topics, they're predetermined, so again, I don't set them, but future versions, I was told, is going to let me choose and be more descriptive on what I want to talk about. Overall, if you ask me, would I use an online book like this in an in-person class? Yes. Benefits for instructor are identify concepts students didn't understand in the reading, which then I can apply concepts or have a question in class that then reiterates this. And benefits for the students is the price, obviously. 70% of students like the adaptive quizzes because we asked them this, and then 80% said it helped them learn and understand this concept more. And if you're going to think about adding an online book to class, I would highly pilot the book because I got the class to get the book for free. And so this semester, no students paid for it except for the $25 loose leaf. So it was a very cost-effective savings for both of us this semester. Me learn, them learn.